Hey folks, I'm Anthony with Anthony's Comic Book Art, and I'm here with the most beautiful woman in the world.
Okay.
Next to my wife. For her, yes, the ever interesting and charismatic and charming Barbara Friedlander.
Yes, that's who I am.
That's who you are. Now you were part of the girls' books. Basically, the DC they had books kind of geared for girls, so they would put
No, they actually didn't want to put a girl there, but they had to.
Oh, they had to. Well, this was affirmative action.
I don't know what it was. I think it was just good negotiation. However, I will tell you that I was an editor who wrote, and I think I must have been old enough in that age group of young girls, and I was the first one to write for young girls as a young girl instead of a man with a pot belly and a mustache.
Right, writing for like. I've tried to read some of those stories, and it's like it's always about what does she have to do to change to be with that man, and it's like oh my God, come on, it's just not good role modeling for women.
It's old school.
So
We don't do that anymore.
right, and so when did you start? 72, 73 in that range?
In the 60s I started.
In the 60s.
I'm ancient history.
Wow.
I'm actually the only one around.
When are you going to turn 70?
Oh, next week.
Next week.
I'm turning. Actually, I'll be 65.
65?
Yeah.
You'll be 81, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at this beautifulness at 81 years old.
Well,
What a vivacious young woman for her age. Yeah, so I like Barbara because she actually buys stuff from me.
I
and
do.
And then
I resell it.
and resell it. Yeah, it's stuff that you worked on back in the day.
Sometimes it is stuff that I work on. I love certain artists, so I try to buy certain artists. I love Scott Pike, I love Tony Abruzzo, Vince Coletta, Rosenberger, all of those people.
Yeah, Pike and Rosenberger. I get good money for Rosenberger pages.
I know.
There's such high-end romance pages. And I've had pages that Murphy Anderson inked. Those were cool. You actually got along with Vince Coletta?
Yes, I got along with everybody because I was such an odd duck in that place that they were nice to me, the artists, and most of them were nice. A couple of them so nice guys. But yes, I got my favorite one, as I said before, was Tony Abruzzo and Scott Pike, and they were lovely. And
And you wrote some stuff that they actually produced?
yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wrote 3 Girls, Their Lives, Their Loves, which Pike illustrated for me, and I started Reach for Happiness, which the bullpen called Reach for a Penis.
Oh my God.
And I,
See, that's what I'm imagining, like Vince Coletta and Abruzzo, those Italian guys, because that's my people. That's where they were at.
yeah, they were. Tony was a little bit milder, but the other ones, they softened when they kept next to me, because I was a little girl at that point. So they didn't do too much hard stuff. Because they didn't know how I would take it.
So how long were you in the DC bullpen type?
I was there for about 5 years, and then I did some freelance work, and then I decided I was going to get married, and that's why I really wanted children, and I couldn't multitask. I really wasn't up to it.
No, I get that, but I mean, you were that first generation that actually went out into the workforce, and then got married and quit your job. And,
Yes, exactly.
That's the way it was. I mean,
I want to show you this in case anybody sees it. Up your nose and out your ear. This is Andrew and Esposito. I wrote stuff for this book for them.
I've never seen that in my life.
After I left DC, they called me because I used to work with them, and they were such nice guys. This was Clev Art Productions, and there are only 2.
There was only 2?
Only
Well,
2.
Marie Severin did something like this. What was her magazine called?
I do not know. I
Oh,
really
it's
don't.
kind of the Mad format.
Right, this is a map. They loved that. and they
This
tried.
is Mad. I mean, if I was looking at this without the cover, I'd say, oh, this is a Mad
This is a
book.
Mad book. Yeah, their artwork is wonderful in there, and
Is there a picture of you in here?
no, there's no pictures of me. There's just my name, and I wrote,
And they're sharing on it.
and it has an illustration on the back.
Oh, was this the mascot character or whatever?
Yeah,
What was her name?
I don't know. I don't know if she had a name. I think it was Thelma.
Thelma. It's Thelma of the Apes.
Thelma of the right.
Oh, looks like Sharon.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've never even had any of these in my
No,
magazine business.
This is hard to find. And
It
also,
is hard to find.
I did Teen Beat, which, very interesting, was called Teen Beat. And there was already a Teen Beat.
Yeah, the magazine with the movie stars.
Right, so they had to pull this off, and they renamed it Teen Beat. And it lasted for 2 whole issues. That was it.
So everything you worked on just lasted 2 issues.
That's it. I'm a 2-ton.
You were the kiss of death.
I was. I
No.
really was the kiss of death.
No, I always appreciate talking to you and hearing some old stories and doing some business. And you worked on a scooter as well?
I created Scooter.
No.
I was the first woman at DC to ever create a character. And
I did not know that.
I just found out about it a few years ago because at DC everything was in shop and it belonged to DC and
Yeah.
you were not a person. You just worked for them. And I just found that out. And now
Scarpelli, right?
no. Eventually Scarpelli. That's a Joe Orlando.
Oh, Joe Orlando
Joe Orlando.
started it.
But
Well, yeah, he was doing the initial issues to get them off the ground, like for showcase and
yes,
stuff like that. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, he was. Yeah, and then they would farm it down to Scarpelli,
Well,
the Archie type guys.
yes, they killed us with that
Oh,
one.
wow.
But it wasn't meant to be an Archie type thing to begin with. If they dumbed it down a lot, they made it better. But it lasted a good 10 years.
That one lasted
Yeah.
more than 2 issues.
Yeah, that one lasted more than 2 issues. I'm trying to find all my old issues.
Yay. Well, Barbara, it's always a pleasure saying hi to you and hearing some old stories, or from such a young woman, and doing some business with you. And did you have a good show? Did you have fun here?
I had a very nice show. Very nice people. I enjoyed the award ceremony.
Yeah, I was there and did some stuff.
Right. And I won a prize.
Yeah, you won that Beatles book I told you to pick up.
Yes, you told me to pick it up. I did.
That's $100 book.
Yes,
Yay.
that's exactly what he said. That's $100. I'll take
Yeah.
it. So I did. I always listen to ads.
Well,
Well,
as it harkens back to the old days when you had to listen to cisgendered men.
yes,
Right?
that's true. If you had a penis, you were hot stuff.
Oh my God. All right, so we're going to end with that. I'm Anthony with Anthony's Comic Book Here. We're here with the ever charming Barbara Friedlander, who a female editor at DC and part of the lore of romance comics.
Right, right.